Today on Schnucka 2, I will teach you how to sleep as fast as possible. Who's ready? Okay, so yesterday I was lying in bed. It was around, what, 12, 12 a.m., you know, just a regular time to go to sleep, a bit earlier than usual. And that's because I had taken a 3 hour nap beforehand. So I had taken a 3 hour nap from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock, I think. And so I was not feeling sleep at all. But I was like, oh, I need to fix my sleep schedule. So I need to go to sleep today, early. And so I did go to sleep early. I went to sleep at, I just got in my bed at 12 and just sat there, right? And so my strategy was to borrow some strategies from lucid dreaming. Now, for you guys who don't know what lucid dreaming is, it's basically a lucid dream is basically one you can you're aware you're dreaming, and usually you can control stuff once you become aware you're dreaming. Lots of people had them before, but there's strategies which you can force yourself to induce a lucid dream, make one happen. And so I had tried this a bunch of times before, last year I think, because I don't know, it seemed fun to be able to fly around, control random stuff, and I had one success for 10 seconds and then just wake up, because the problem with them is if you get too excited, then you just automatically wake up, which is not good. And so I'm quite a excitable person. I get excited quite easily. Yeah, but anyways, sorry, I lost my train of thought. I lost my bullet train of thought. Because it's really fast. So bullet trains are really fast. So then it causes your train of thought to escape, and then you can't think of it anymore. Okay, sorry, I'm being a bit random. Yeah. So basically, I combined a bunch of these methods together. And so the first thing I did when I got in my bed is you have to close your eyes, get in a somewhat comfortable resting position, and then imagine yourself. This is kind of like meditation. Imagine yourself on a beach. Okay? Now, once you've done that, you have to engage your senses, which means you have to try and imagine each of your senses being on the beach. So first, you have to do touch, or I did touch. You have to imagine your hands touching the sand, waves crashing over your feet, the warm sun on your face. Just all these sensory details. You have to try and paint as vivid of an image in your mind as possible. Okay, then you have to actually try and see the sun. You have to feel pretend you're open eyes, but not actually opening your eyes. It's kind of like you're creating a artificial dream. That's the first thing you do. And so you create this sun in front of you. You create, the waves, the ocean, the beautiful beach. And I like being alone on there, so I just put myself as the singular person there. And so once you've created this scene, you also need to hear what's going on. So try and hear the birds and the waves crashing. Just I don't know how to explain it. I'm pretty sure other people can do this too. Sometimes when there's a piece of music you want to listen to, you can try and imagine it in your head and you hear it. This is kind of the same thing. Just imagine the seagulls calling, the waves crashing, and the wind blowing. Okay, so basically you have to try and convince yourself that you're actually lying in this beach. And then once you've actually relaxed, maybe you can also engage your smell and taste somehow. It doesn't have to be a beach. It's just some place you really, really are relaxed and just really like. Okay, then you try and engage your other senses. This part isn't as important for this initial part though. And so basically, once this has happened, keep the core idea that you are lying on a beach in mind, but focus on each of your body parts one by one. Just start from your feet and go up to your head. It's like a body scan for those of you who did meditation before. Just focus on what exactly all the sensations you feel in your feet, then your legs, and so on and so forth, until you get to your head. And try and relax each and one of them as you go. And remember, this is also keep remembering to yourself that you're still on the beach. You're still on the beach, right? You just keep hearing the seagulls, keep feeling the gentle waves, hearing the waves, all that good stuff. Okay, so once you're settled in the beach, maybe relax at the beach for 5 minutes. Get yourself quite sleepy while at the beach. Just think of yourself as like actually at the beach. So you're at the beach, you're there for 5-10 minutes. Then once you're like pretty immersed in the beach, imagine yourself a boat. Okay, so like a boat coming ashore, and what I like to call the boat company is like I forgot, Dreamboat Incorporated or something. I forgot what I called it. Anyways, then go on this boat, and like for any of you who have played VR, it's kind of like a VR headset. You know, it's like picking a dream to go into. Like, okay, how I've described so far is I'm making the beach sound like the dream, but no, the beach is the level select screen as a backup to the dream you're trying to get yourself into, to try and get yourself to go into actual dream. Okay, if that sentence was confusing, I'll explain. So basically, you go on this boat. Imagine yourself going on this boat and drift off into the ocean. And as you drift from the ocean, imagine yourself like transitioning into a dream you want. And this could be any dream, a dream you've had before, or some like random scene you see yourself in. Try and use imaginary places. I don't know why, but like usually if you use like more imaginary places or places that you've seen in your dreams before, it's more effective. Okay? And by the way, this is like my method combined with some other like lucid dreaming methods. So, and I've only tried it once, so it might not be the most reliable, but I found it like pretty fun last night, and it got me to sleep pretty quickly too. So this is just personal experience speaking. Okay, so now you have this dream in mind, and now just imagine yourself appearing in the dream, and just start doing stuff in the dream, and let the dream evolve. Do not try and well, what I like to do is I don't try to control the dream yet. I just and okay, when I'm saying dream, this is like an artificially created dream. Like you're imagining yourself in this place. You're not asleep yet at this point. Okay? And so imagine, again, engage your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? And try and smell and taste stuff. Because you can like try and control it and lead it directions you want it to go. Like maybe add some food so you can engage your taste buds and stuff. But like, if, let's say, like the dream takes you to kind of a different place, then don't be afraid to like just follow it and let it go. Like if it starts adding like random monkeys everywhere, don't like say, oh, let's rewind the dream. Just let it play out, you know? And sooner or later, you'll fall asleep. And here's another important detail. While you're like artificially creating this dream, make sure you keep rephrasing some sort of the phrase like, oh, I'm dreaming right now. So this way, when you actually fall asleep and when you actually appear in a dream, you'll remember, oh, this is probably a dream. And then you'll realize it's a dream. And once you realize it's a dream, then you can actually like do cool stuff in it. Okay? So as you're creating this artificial dream, right? You're imagining yourself. How I like to do it is because, remember, I'm still like on the boat, right? I kind of like imagine myself. Okay. Here's where the genius comes in. Okay. So, right before I'm sleeping, I'm imagining myself on this beach, right? Remember this? And then I create this artificial dream that I depart on from the beach, right? So I'm basically imagining myself on the beach, but I fell asleep on this boat. Or even better, you've fallen asleep on the beach, and in your dream, when you're sleeping on the beach, you imagine a boat coming to pick you up. But then in that dream of you sleeping on the beach and you in the boat, you fell asleep on that boat. In that boat dream, you have your artificial dream you created for yourself. So if you ever feel yourself losing focus, also, how I like to remind myself I'm in a dream is I make like the boat announce like, oh, this dream is sponsored by like Dreamboat Incorporated or something, like every once in a while. I just remind myself to add that in. And so basically, if you ever find yourself losing focus, like starting to actually realize that you're lying in your room, what you do is you kind of like fake wake up and peel back a layer of the dream or your artificial dream, right? So if you're in in some random party in your artificial dream you've created for yourself, you peel back that layer. Okay, so you're no longer in the artificial party, and you find yourself on the shore of the beach. Okay, and that's like your backup, or even better, if your backup could be on the boat, but maybe you can just do the beach. And so then you can focus on the beach again, and once you've centered yourself at the beach, then you can continue to try and work back to that artificial dream you created for yourself. And sooner or later, if you just try and focus your head really, really hard on just concentrating, you're at the beach and then evolve into some other dream scene, you will fall asleep. Like, it is very fast. Or at least you don't realize it because you're having so much fun in your artificial dream that you don't really realize it. Yeah. And apparently, okay, so and then I guess this kind of doubles as a method to lucid dream, because once you actually fall asleep and you go into actual dream, your like subconscious is supposed to be telling you, oh, this dream is sponsored by Dreamboat Incorporated, and you'll be like, oh, it's a dream, I should this is a dream. And once you realize it's a dream, it'll be very clear. Like, I remember the times this has happened to me. I've actually had a lucid dream. You can like basically you can't, it's kind of hard to control, but you are very aware. And like if you become aware enough in a state long enough, then you can like actually start controlling stuff. So yeah, that is the step-by-step guide of how to fall asleep quickly and how to lucid dream at the same time. Hopefully you guys can try it out, but even if you don't, right, I find that the problem with me trying to go to sleep is I keep thinking about the things that happen in the day. But I think that's a good thing to do in the shower instead, right? You shower while, okay, I shower at night. So while I shower, I like think about what happened in the day. I write my journal usually before I shower, so I can like give myself more time to reflect on the things I wrote in my journal too when I'm showering. And then after that, like if I don't like do anything or try to think anything in bed, I usually just like start thinking about my day again, and then I get carried away sometimes. So like with something like this, just trying to aim yourself to have a lucid dream or imagine yourself on that boat having a dream. Imagine yourself on a beach having a dream on that beach is like a double layer way of security of making yourself focus on like a dream or a scene and not actually focusing on your reality. Because, okay, sleep is not like, honestly, sleep is kind of a place to escape reality. Not really escape reality. You don't really want to escape reality, but sometimes you need rest, right? And that's what sleep's for. And why not make it a bit more fun, but by just like adding in like you can like even once you actually learn how to lucid dream well. I haven't personally had any of these experiences before, but like from what I've read, and maybe it's not reliable, you can like control a lot of stuff when you're in a lucid dream, and you can like be in Minecraft and do whatever you want. So it seems pretty fun. But anyways, sleeping like this has been very good. So I guess the moral of the story is, even if you're not sleeping at all, just try and sleep. Use this strategy, and sooner or later, because this strategy is not boring. If you have a good enough imagination, you can like imagine yourself anywhere and doing anything in your artificial dream, and like your artificial dream kind of serves as like entertainment as you fall asleep. Yeah, I don't know. I was telling this to William quite loudly in the gym today, and like I think people around us thought I was a bit crazy because I was talking about it quite impassionedly, like I'm right now, about this like super secret. And I was just using words like, oh yeah, you have to like focus on the beach, imagine yourself, yeah, engage your senses when you're sleeping. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this a guide on how to fall asleep quickly and how to fall asleep in a more fun way. But other than that, that's all I really have for today. You know, I was somewhat productive today on that side of things. Maybe another productivity video is coming up soon, which is not a good sign. But, oh well. Alright, if you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to subscribe to this channel, like the video if you liked it, subscribe to my main channel, join my Discord server, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye. Oh, I still have the skin.